Good day, mate. I'm Crispy Pro, and no, I'm not really Crispy Pro. I'm not really. I'm Matt Lucas. I was doing my best Crispy Pro impression. Crispy Pro has asked me to answer some questions as sent in by Crispy Pro viewers. Question number 1. When you were cast as Nardole, did you know he would become such a big character in Doctor Who? And that is actually from Crispy Pro, that question. Did I know that? No, I had no idea. In fact, I'll let you into a secret. I said yes to being in Doctor Who before even reading the script, because I thought, well, it's Doctor Who, isn't it? Got to say yes to that. And then I read the script and I was like, oh, it doesn't have much to do. And we were at the read-through and Hydroflax was more fun, and I was like, oh, why didn't I read the script and then say, can I do Hydroflax, please? But I didn't. But I had a lovely time on it, and then I kept saying to Stephen Moffat, can I come back, please? Unfortunately, he said yes. So then I ended up having a lot more to do. But no, it was a little cameo role, wasn't it? It was a silly little role in a Christmas special, and now you're stuck with me. Okay, question number 2 comes from Archie Ranger, and he asks, how old is Nardole? Well, I think time is relative in the world of Doctor Who, isn't it? So, how old is Nardole at any one time? Nardole is many different ages. So, Nardole is infinitely aged. Does that make sense? Because sometimes he's young and sometimes he's old. But how old is he when we see him? Again, all different ages. Oh, I'm a difficult man, aren't I? Okay, next question. Which episode of Series 10 was your favourite to film? Ooh. Well, I think the first episode, because it was just like, whoa! I'm doing Doctor Who properly! That was fun, and it was sunny, because it's quite cold when we film Doctor Who and quite wet. But when we filmed that first episode, it was probably June or July, and it was nice and sunny. So that one. Yes. Where did your hair go? Well, I lost my hair when I was 6 years old. You thought I'd just been one of those people who just loses their hair in adulthood, and you would make a joke at my expense. But the joke's on you, because I lost my hair when I was 6, and it actually makes you look extremely cruel and heartless. Which you are. Thanks for laughing at my tragic childhood. Right, next question. Funniest blooper or off-screen moment on Doctor Who? The funniest blooper, probably for me, was, well, there's one episode where I fell down a hill on camera, and there's another episode where I fell off a chair. But probably the silliest moment for me was, we were filming a scene in the TARDIS with Peter and Pearl, and I just didn't realise that we were filming, and I was just having a nice chat. And I was just at the TARDIS, and I was sort of like playing with things, twiddling with buttons and things, and just talking about my weekend. And Pearl said, you do know that we're in the scene? And I'd had no idea, because I'm a bit of a dreamer. What else? What's the next question? Timey Wimey Productions says, did you squee when you found out that Tom Baker would be voicing over Little Britain, as you are a massive Whovian? Yes. And Tom Baker's weird and wonderful in real life, and very eccentric, and very funny, and completely out of control. And I was very happy and excited, because we were just doing a little radio show. Little Britain started out on radio, and suddenly Tom Baker said yes. Next question. If you had a real time machine, this is from Doctor Who News, where are the 3 places you would go? Okay. Place number 1, I would go to Wembley Stadium in 1986 to see Queen perform on their last tour with Freddie Mercury, because I'm a big Queen fan. I think I would go back to the 30s in America and be in a Laurel and Hardy movie. And the third one, I'm keeping to myself. Okay, next question. How big a jump is it? This is from Gallifreyan Gamer. How big a jump is it going from comedies like Little Britain and Come Fly With Me to shows like Doctor Who? Well, it is a bit strange, because I'm used to doing lots and lots and lots of things on Little Britain and Come Fly With Me. And even on the rare occasion that I'm not in a scene, I'm working really, really hard off camera, looking at lines, suggesting changes, all that kind of thing. Whereas on Doctor Who, although I did improvise sometimes, I had to learn to actually shut up and not get overly involved in a weird way, because I'm used to being more important. Right, what's the next question? Samuel Atkinson. That's a proper name. Some of the other names have been silly. Samuel Atkinson says, how did you get into the industry when you were younger? Well, I was in a school play. It's not really the industry, is it, though? But when I was 14, I went to open auditions for a West End play at 14, and I got a part. I was in London in a West End play. And I did things like the National Youth Theatre, the National Youth Music Theatre. But when I was 18 years old, I started doing stand-up comedy. And after 5 weeks, I got spotted by Bob Mortimer, who was a big comedian in Britain. And so I was very lucky. But I did stand-up for 4.5 years, from 18 till I was early 20s. And I would always perform in character, never as myself. So I'm not very funny. Maria Pacheco. Maria says, how do you feel about being part of this incredible show? Well, you know, when you film something, you work very long hours. And in Cardiff, it's very cold and wet. And I would wake up sort of, 5:30 in the morning, and I'd be tired from the day before and all that. But every single day, I'd be like, "Way! I'm in Doctor Who!" So every single day, I felt really lucky. Every single day, even when it was cold and wet, and I was tired. And in episode 5, the costumes were very heavy, oxygen. I was still always just chuffed to bits to be there. Okay, we've got one, I think there's one last question. What was it like to work with Peter, Pearl and Stephen? Well, Peter obviously is a great actor, and I loved him in many things, especially The Thick of It. So I could be a bit nervous around him, because he's also the Doctor, of course. And the Doctor can be quite serious at times and has a lot of authority. But he was very nice, and we'd often joke around together. Stephen Moffat, we didn't see him on set often because he was usually writing scripts, but when he came, he was very nice and friendly. Oh, it's hard because in the industry, you're kind of supposed to make out like you get on with everyone. I don't know, I want to be honest, I want to be transparent, and I found Pearl kind of hard work.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Mate.
Yeah?
That's not cool, man.
Sorry, I did.
Why are you just telling everyone that?
No, Pearl has a marvellous reputation in the industry, and I enjoyed very much working with her. Sorry, I'm in my house. I forgot you were staying with me.
What are your friends, man?
We are.
Dark.
Sorry. Pearl is lovely. I like her a lot.
That's it. I'm gone, man.
Okay, we better cut. Thanks for... Oh, she's gone now. Thanks. Okay, Crispy Pro, I hope it was okay. Sorry about the bit at the end.
Hello, I'm the Doctor, and you should subscribe to Crispy right now. Do it. What's the harm? Just click subscribe. It's easy, it's simple. Thank you.
You can cut this bit out, can't you, Crispy Pro? I would. I'd even cut out the bit of me suggesting you cut it out.